Bonjour, my name is Madame Micha. I teach French in middle school. Do you know that this year we celebrate 200th anniversary of opening the first Secret Heart School in the US by Rose Philippine Duchesne? She came from France to educate children. French is part of the DNA of our school. In French class, during 3 years of middle school, you will learn how to communicate and apply it in real life, such as ordering your baguette at Mademoiselle Colette or polish your accent singing Cœur de Jésus. You will use technology as a fun way to learn and practice. You will use online tools to play games and review vocabulary. You will watch French news report on food waste, ocean pollution, forecasts. You will read authentic documents on Le Figaro and Le Monde to challenge your critical thinking and offer solutions such as La sécurité à vélo. You will watch interesting French movies. Do you know that a lot of famous American actors are fluent in French? You will spend more time on communication and sketch in class because at home, at your own pace, you'll watch video lesson and take notes. In French class, we flip the class. Also, I love French food, so you will have a lot of fun doing projects around crêpes, galettes, and educate your palate during Taste Week. More than the language, French class is also about discovering French culture. Not to mention that if you like to travel to Europe, you're in the right class. Please sign up for French and see you at Back to School.
Salve! My name is Magistra McNally. Welcome to Latin in the middle school. I don't have to take you back 2000 years ago to experience Latin. Latin is alive and well here at Sacred Heart, and many of you have experienced the excitement of our annual chariot race. In the past few years, you have heard a lot about the importance of STEM education. Latin might be 2000 years old, but it is a perfect fit with STEM subjects. Latin is a mathematical and logical language. It requires students to be analytical, logical, and observant, and therefore it is an effective way to develop the students' critical thinking skills. Studying grammar is not boring at all. We use lots of games to make grammar fun. Latin will also boost the students' word power. More than 60% of English words are derived from Latin. Learning Latin will help a student infer word meanings and increase a student's English vocabulary. Latin isn't dead. We actually speak Latin in the classroom. Students talk about themselves, how they are doing. We talk about the weather, days of the week. I'll ask questions about the texts we read. Engaging stories, video dramatizations, and interactive activities contribute to lively lessons in our classroom.
From the beginning of 6th grade, we have been reading interesting and fun stories which integrate history and culture. The storyline follows the daily life and adventures of the family of the Pompeian banker Lucius Caecilius Lucundus, a typical Roman family in the years before and after the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. We use this newfound appreciation for ancient Roman culture to recreate a specific example of culture, the gladiators, and share our knowledge with the rest of the school. Another key part of ancient Rome was their mythology, which we learn as we discover Latin language and the history it reveals. Every year in October, we make pumpkins that depict mythology and put them up for display in the middle school. It encourages students' creativity to shine along with their knowledge of the myths.
Did you have a Latin moment today?
Look for Latin all around us. Latin is present in the English we speak every day. Vale, cave Latinam.
你好, welcome to Mandarin class. I'm Tao 老师. I teach Mandarin in the middle school at Sacred Heart. Believe it or not, about 1/5 of the global population speaks Mandarin currently. Now let's explore a little bit of the Mandarin program. At the beginning of class, students pay respect to the teacher in the Chinese traditional way. Then we start to learn Mandarin in many kinds of activities, coordinated with 3 modes of communication: interpretive, interpersonal, and presentational in order to build students' listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Here are some examples of what we do and how they are connected to other subjects. For art, students use a Chinese paintbrush to practice writing Chinese characters. For PE, students made Chinese feather hacky sack and exercised with the traditional Chinese toy. They learned Tai Chi as well. For music, students learn to sing songs in Mandarin. For play, there are daily conversation exercises and role-playing skit presentations. For math, students learn to use Chinese abacus to count. For history, students learn the origin of the tea in the tea ceremony. For science, students encouraged environmental protection by using recycled materials to make posters. For drills, students practiced with many fun games such as Chinese chess, mahjong, gladiators game, hammer hitting game, Kahoot, etc. For projects, students make presentations using different media. For holiday celebration, students decorated our schools with their posters and lanterns. They also made and cooked dumplings and enjoyed the delicious dish together to celebrate Chinese New Year. Wow, there is too much to show you in a couple of minutes. Novice or intermediate, all students are welcome to experience our program. Thank you for watching. 谢谢您的观赏。再见。Goodbye.
Hola, bienvenidos a la clase de español. My name is Maestro Cuevas.
And I'm Maestra Lund, and we are the middle school Spanish teachers at Sacred Heart, and we're very excited to share a bit about our program with you.
We also want students to have fun while they're learning. We encourage students to speak Spanish in class often. Students have mini charlas where they get to chat in Spanish with their classmates. We have student scavenger hunts where students ask questions around the classroom to find the student described in the questions given.
Students also work on their presentational skills. For example, they may present a live postcard describing what they are doing on a vacation in Guatemala. They write a children's book in Spanish and get to read it to the class. Or they may research the history of a delicious type of food from Latin America and bring it to the class to share.
Last but certainly not least, we play a lot of games in class to make learning fun. We practice vocabulary with games like Quizlet, Kahoot, Matamoscas, and Loteria. Thanks for joining us on our tour of the Spanish program at SHS. We look forward to meeting you next year.
Hasta el año que viene.